Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the topic name is comparable and comparator. This is the one of the most asked interview question among the interviews. So this is the most important question for the core Java interview. So before going to the main topic, I just want to give the brief about comparable versus comparator. Normally comparable is the part of java.lang package and comparator is the part of java.util package. Let's take the one by one point we can note down. So let me take the comparable object first. Comparable object. Comparable interface. So the basic use of this to perform sort operation on Java objects we call as beans. And uh, usually this is the part of java.lang package. Comparable interface is the part of java.lang package. And so if you want to apply the sorting, our Java object has to be implement with comparable interface and override a method compare to. And with comparable interface we can only perform the one sorting based upon the one field from the Java object. So we can perform sort operation based upon one field in the Java object. And here also we can mention the sorting logic being the part of inside Java object. So these are the major 5 steps we need to remember for the comparable interface. And I also mentioned the definition of comparator too. So this is also same to perform the sort operations on Java objects, the intention of this one. And it is part of comparator is part of java.util package. And third one is to implement comparator logic, means the sorting for the compare by using the comparator logic. So for that we need Java object has to be implement with comparator interface and override a method compare. And the fourth step is we can perform the sort operation. So here we can perform the sort operation based upon all the fields, based upon all the fields in a Java object. This is the major important point when we go for comparable and comparator interface. The sorting logic. So here the sorting logic can be outside of the bean class. So let's start with simple program here. So first I will start with the comparable interface. Let's go to the employee object here. So here I have created the employee object with three fields. One is employee number, employee name, salary, and we have the constructor, parameter is constructor, where we can initialize the employee object by using the constructor here. And then we have the getters and setters, and later we have the toString method. So if you want to implement the comparable sorting logic here means just we have to implement our employee object with comparable interface and type parameter has to be employee. So once we implement the employee object comparable interface, just it will show we need to implement a method like compare to. This has to be. I'm just going to override this method. So here I'm just defining my own logic based upon specific field from the employee object. I do want to perform the operation sort operation. So currently I'm thinking to perform on the based upon salary. Here if take this dot salary is equal to o dot get salary means I'm going to return 0. Why? Because our comparative method returns integer object, and if this dot salary is less than, or I am mentioning greater than o dot get salary, return 1. So if you want to take a ascending order means initially we can take the less than symbol, and finally if it is greater than this dot salary greater than get o dot get salary means that is the final condition. No need to mention the if statement also. It is going to be written -1. So currently I am going to implement the employee object sorting logic based upon the salary. So for that I have override the method of comparative method, and if both the salaries are being same means I am just returning the 0. If first salary is less than second salary object means we are return 1, otherwise we are returning -1. So come to the our actual logic where I have created the comparable example class, and I did created uh, a method where we are defining a list of employee objects, and from the arrays.adds list we are just combining all the employee objects and keeping into a list. So with this method we can get the list of employees. Let's take the object of this class comparable example. So this comparable example object I have created, and then the next step is we need to take the employee object list of employee objects. So list employee list. So I have taken the employee list. Usually if you want to sort a employee list of employees means we have to use the collections object, collections dot sort. We just need to pause the list here. So I will explain what this sort logic sort method will do. Usually it search for the comparable is been implemented for this class or not. If it is implemented means it is going to check with comparative method here. It internally calls the comparative method, this sort method. And if I print the list of employees here, first I will write system.out.println sorting employee list means employee, okay, employee details after sorting. And here before the sorting also I'm just going to mention system.out.println employee details before sorting. See here, I'm just going to print this employee list object for each system dot out dot println, and after sorting also I'm going to print this one employee list for each system dot out colon println. Here I'm just going to print slash n to come into the next line. So let's start this program. So if you see here, so before sorting the so normally we did the sorting based upon salary as per logic with the comparative method. So before sorting, the employee objects are being in a normal manner. So the next after sorting, it has been sorted based upon the employee object. So it is basically descending order. If you want to print this one in a reverse order, means we just have to change this one into less than symbol and now run this one. So we just change it to greater than symbol. Earlier it is a less than. So now it comes in a ascending order. So this is the way if you want to use the comparable object, and we can perform the operation or sorting operation on the employee object on a single field. This we are using the single field. And if I want to use the comparator method, so let's go for the comparator. I am going to create the one more class, comparator example. So just I will copy this definition from here to there also to understand meanwhile. Here do also I will copy this list of employees what we are writing from there to here, and I am going to return the main method here. So comparator example equal to new comparator example. So here for the employee object I am not going to implement with the comparable interface, and I am just removing this part comparator by because we have removed the implement part of comparable. So this comparative method also has to be removed. So I have mentioned the first one is to perform the sort operation. It is comparator being useful and it is the part of java.util package. And if you see the fourth mention, we can perform the sort operator based upon all the fields in the Java object. So we here previously we specifically depend upon the salary field by using the comparative method. And the fifth point is sorting logic can be outside of the B clause. For example, if we want to take, I want to create one more class here, Java class, employee salary comparator, and the next one is employee name comparator, and the third name class also we can keep employee number comparator. So three classes I have defined. If you go here, implements comparator, I'm just mentioning the employee here. So once we implement the comparator, we need to override the method with the compare method. So sorry, I have implemented comparable. I just have to implement comparator. Correct. So let's go here. We just have to implement a method compare method. So it will take a two objects as part of the parameters and it will return the integer object. So here also we can write our own logic for the sorting. If o1 dot this is based upon employee name, right? So rather than we directly for employee name, we have the compare to we can use. So o1 dot get employee name dot compare to of o2 dot get employee name. So this is the employee by employee name. We have written the sorting logic. So this has to be returned. And then if you go for employee number, this also I will implement the comparator. And then we can override a method here to compare method. And here I would write my own logic. Get employee number is equal to o2 dot get employee number, return 0, else if o1 dot get employee number less than o2 dot get employee number, then return 1, else the final step is return -1. Similarly, same logic I would apply for the salary to implements comparator and do I override the compare method. If o1 dot get salary equal to o1 o2 dot get salary. So just return 0 here if both the salary are being same. Next else if o1 dot get salary is less than o2 dot get salary, and here just return 1, else just return -1 here. So we have written the comparators for all the fields and go to our main logic here, comparator. So here I would first get the employees here, get employees, list of employee list. So for to perform the sort operations, we already discussed we have to use the collections dot sort, and we need to first parameter has to be the list, and second parameter is the comparator object what you have created. For example, if I want to perform based upon the employee name, I have to use the employee name comparator object. That's it. So I will print here first system dot out dot println employee details before sorting. So employee list dot stream dot for each system dot out dot double colon println. So here also I'm just printing system dot out dot println employee details after sorting. So after sorting by, so I want to do sorting by employee number, right? First, okay, employee name comparator. So employee name comparator, okay, by employee name. So here also I'm printing employee list dot stream dot for each system dot out dot println. So here I just keep the /n and run the program. So for that, first we need to add this class here, the program. So ours is comparator example. Let me take that logic. apply. Okay, so run this program. See some problem, not suitable method found for sort. So it is running comparable object. Let me comment this program. It is going to the comparable logic. Let me remove this one, or let me comment this one, won't be a problem. So let's run this comparator example. See here. So I just have sorted based upon employment. This is before sorting. The employee details are be printing like this way. But after sorting by the employee name, so the Ganesh, Radha, Rajesh, and Rayan, Sarvesh, Shyam, and Vinesh. These all are being sorting order. Similarly, if I want to do the comparison based upon salary, so in that case, I will go to the comparator example. So I do collections dot sort. So initial parameter is the employee list, and I would pass the employee salary comparator. C system dot out dot println employee details after sorting by employee salary. So now we have to print the employee objects, employee list dot stream dot for each system dot out dot println. So now run this program. See here, this is by employee name we have sorted, and the next one is the by salary we have sorted this one. So this is the descending order. For example, if you want to apply the ascending order, is just in the employee salary, we just need to change this condition here. Come here, compare, and run this program. And the employee details are being sorted by the salary in ascending order. And also one more thing from the Java stream perspective, if you want to do the comparator, so there is no need to implement these clauses here for the Java streams. So we can just comment this logic, or I can directly use the collections dot sort and employee list. If I want to perform based upon the uh, employee E1 comma employee E2, and here I'm going to use the lambda expression. There is no need to specifically override any method here, just you can keep the return method E1 dot get employee name dot comparative of E2 dot employee name. This would be fine for to do the comparison rather than writing a employee name comparator. This is the direct step we can use for it. So let me print this one, system dot out dot println, or let me print the collection object employee list dot stream dot for each system dot out dot println. So I would just mention here system dot out dot println employee details sorting based upon employee using lambda expression. So I'm just going to run this class. See here, it's bit clumsy to read. I just mention slash n. Here also I will mention slash. There will be a new line will come. So here we are doing the employee, sorting the employee details based upon employee name with the lambda expressions. So now it is coming in a sorting order. Similarly, if you want to perform same on the salary, so for that this employee salary comparator is not required. Directly we can use being the same logic here. Here I will mention employee salary. Mention get employee, get salary. Oh, here since comparator only useful for string, so here we need to write our own logic. So in that case I do e1 dot get salary equal to e2 dot get salary. Then we just need to return 0. Else if e1 dot get salary is less than e2 dot get salary, return 1. Else return -1. Okay, then let me print this one. So now we are sorting the employee details based upon salary. So it is the descending order. If you want to change the ascending order, just uh, we just need to change this symbol to from less than to greater than. So it is coming to ascending order now. That's it guys for the comparator and comparable. I hope you people have understand the comparable and comparator, and if you have any of the doubts me just mention in the comments. I would be respond on it. And also I just want to uh, uh, ask the questions from your end also, and just mention in a comment. Based upon it I will uh, write your programs in the next coming videos also. That's it guys. Please like and subscribe my videos. Thank you.